Hey, what's up friends? Welcome to this video. My name is Ray. Today it's going to be just a nice short little stretch that you can do at any point in the day. I just lifted weights, so I'm feeling a little bit tight, and I'd like to end my practice with something that opens the body, something that stretches the body, so I can preferably last very long in my life in terms of lifting weights, doing the things I want to do, and keeping the body nice and open rather than stiff and tight. So all you really need is, you actually don't need anything. I have a mat here. If you have a mat, then feel free to use it. If you have a block, maybe that might come in handy for some people because we're going to be in a squat for a little while. Otherwise, just your breath and your effort. That is it. So let's all start in a standing position, feet about hip width apart. And let's inhale, raise our arms above the head. Exhale, bend that left elbow. Grab the left elbow with your right hand, and we're going to take a nice tricep stretch as we take a side stretch to the right. So we're opening up our tricep as well as the latimus dorsi in our back, as well as the side left rib cage. Really reaching the left hip over to the left a little bit, concaving that right side body. Breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. Focusing on deep breaths, preferably extending that exhale, making it longer than the inhale. Inhale, come back to center, raise those arms up. Exhale, let's bend that right elbow, grab the elbow with the left hand, and then take a nice side stretch to the left. So stretching that right tricep as well as the lat. Really opening up with that right side body. Again, breathing here. Inhale, come back up to center. Take a deep breath. Exhale, let's fold forward for a nice forward fold. Bring the hands down to the mat. If you can't, just bring them onto the shins or even the thighs, whatever works for you, as long as you're feeling this in the hamstrings. Breathing here. Bringing that weight to the front soles of the feet rather than most of the weight in the heels. So sort of reaching a little bit forward. Bringing that weight to the toes and the soles of the feet. Again, breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. Think about counting the breath. Try and, again, extend that exhale. Make it longer than the inhale, just to relax the body even more. Engage that parasympathetic nervous system, which happens when you have a longer exhale over the inhale. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, bend the knees. Let's come into a squat position. Maybe widen those feet just a little bit so you can fit those arms in between the thighs. If your heels are lifted here, don't worry about it. We won't be here for too long. So bring the elbows to the inside of the knees, of the thighs, the hands together, and then sort of push the knees away, opening up the groin. Let's hold here just for a few breaths. Extend that spine. Keep it nice and straight, so don't hunch over. If you want here, you can engage the pelvic floor, so do like a Kegel. You can do reps in this position, maybe 10, 15 reps, and maybe you can hold it. Very good for sexual health, your sexual organ, both men and women. Good. Last deep breath in. Exhale. Let's bring that left hand over to your left side and then just reach that right arm up. So take a nice little twist. Just 3 breaths here. Really twisting with that upper back, pointing those right fingers up, gazing upward. Twisting that thoracic spine, the middle spine. Exhale, lower. Bring that right hand out to the right. Inhale, take a nice twist over to the left arm up. Feeling that nice twist in the upper and middle back. Exhale, lower down. Let's come onto our shins. Sit back onto the heels in this thunderbolt pose. Also a very nice pose to sort of open up the thighs and the knees. This might hurt people. It might feel uncomfortable in the thighs or the knees. If that's the case, then you can just bring a pillow between the backs of the thighs and the calves and sit onto that pillow or sit on a block. We're going to be here for around 10 breaths. Let's do a little shoulder stretch as we are stretching the lower body. So bring that right arm across the chest, clasp it with your forearm, and then pull in. It's almost like doing a bicep curl with your left hand, pulling in that right arm towards your torso, your chest, to feel a nice stretch in your right deltoid. If you want, you can also take a neck stretch here. So bending that neck or the left ear towards the left shoulder. Last deep breath in. Exhale, let's switch sides. Left arm across. Close it with the right and then pull that left elbow and arm into the chest. Again, if you want, you can take a nice neck stretch. So bringing that right ear over to the right shoulder. Trying to make this a nice full body stretch, stretching everything in around 15, maybe 20 minutes. Let's release. Now I'm going to arrange myself on my mat. We're going to do a nice little forearm stretch. So bring the hands and the fingers pointing towards your knees. The further away they are from your body, the harder the stretch is. So I'm going to bring it a little far just because I have a little bit more flexibility here. So fingers are pointing towards the knees, and then you just sit back onto the heels and feel the nice stretch in the forearms. If you want, you can bend one elbow and then the other if this feels good for you, but don't push it too much. Maybe even moving from side to side. Good, let's peel those palms off the ground or the mat. Shake the hands out. Now we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to be on the backs of our hands. So sort of stretching out that front forearm. This might hurt for some people or be a little bit too much for some people. So the more you're leaning forward, the easier it is. There's very little motion here or movement. So take it easy and lean back as much as you're comfortable. There's limited range of motion in this little pose or this little stretch. Good. Let's come back onto the palms. And then let's lower the hips down. We'll come into a little Sphinx pose here. So bring the elbows underneath the shoulders. Palms of the hands are down. Keep the feet about the width of the mat apart, and then open up that chest. Engage your glutes just a little bit. Broaden the collarbones. Roll those shoulders away from the neck. Gaze forward or maybe slightly downward. Really focus on opening up the chest. If you want to go deeper in this, you can press into the hands, into the palms, and then extend those arms. So straighten the elbows, keep those shoulders rolled away from the neck for seal. A little bit stronger or deeper back bend. Exhale, lower. Good. Let's bring the forearm diagonally across the left forearm. Bend that right knee. Grab the right foot, the top of the right foot, and then pull that heel in towards the glute. If you want a deeper stretch in the deltoid, the front deltoid, you can swing those fingers or roll those fingers forward so they're pointing up towards you. And then continue this stretch. Last deep breath in. Exhale, lower. Let's switch sides. Bring that right forearm diagonally across. Bend that left knee. Grab the top of the left foot and then pull that left heel towards the left glute. Again, you can roll those fingers forward to just feel this in the front shoulder a little bit more. Last deep breath in. Exhale. Extend that leg. Good. Let's press up. We're going to come into a seated position and a wide-legged forward fold. So I'll face the camera. Then bring those legs as wide as you can, whatever is good in your body. Maybe press into the ground, lift those hips up just to kind of get the hips settled. And then inhale, elongate that spine. And then exhale, you walk forward as much as possible. Walking forward with the hands. So think about bringing those forearms down if you can. So even if they're down right in front of you, that's fine. But slowly, gradually, with the breath, work your way deeper into this stretch. Keep those legs or those feet flexed. Don't keep the feet loose here. You want to have a little bit of engagement in the ankle. Inhale, let's slowly rise up. Maybe use those hands to help bend the knees. And then let's all meet on our backs, lowering down slowly. Cross that right leg or right foot over the left thigh. Reach into that hole that you formed with the hand. Grab the left shin. Keep those feet flexed, both of them. And then pull that left knee up towards the upper body for a nice supine half pigeon here. Stretching the right glute. Maybe pulling that knee a little bit forward. So turning it a little bit just to deepen this stretch. Breathing. Focusing on releasing, on relaxing. Again, this is very good to do just stretching on a daily basis, even if it's 10, 15 minutes. especially if you're active, and even if you're not active. Stretching will help you tremendously to feel better in the body, to feel more open, less rigid and constrained in your movement, and less injury prone as well. Exhale, let's lower that left foot, and then let's cross that right leg fully over the left, scoot the hips over to the right, and then drop those knees over to the left. Reach that right arm out to the right side. Grab your right knee with the left hand, and then add some weight by pulling the right knee down and deepening this twist. So we twisted the upper back, we're twisting the lower spine a little bit now. I think we did a full body, pretty much. Inhale, come back up to center, uncross the right leg, and then let's switch sides. So cross that left foot over the right thigh. Reach that left hand between that hole that you formed. Grab the right shin, keep those feet flexed, and then pull that right leg up towards the chest, the upper body. Again, pulling that knee forward, sort of like rotating the hip just to deepen this stretch in the glute. Last deep breath in. Exhale, lower that right foot, cross the left leg fully over the right, scoot the hips over to the left, and then drop the knees over to the right. Place that right hand on the left knee, left arm nice and straight out to the left. Maybe pull that left thigh downward a little bit just to deepen this stretch in the glute and the lower thigh and the lower back, sorry. Inhale, come back up to center, uncross the legs. Let's hug the knees into the chest. Grab the outsides of the feet, and then pull those knees down towards the ground for a happy baby. Holding it here for 3 breaths. So really pulling those feet down, feeling a nice stretch in the tops of the hamstrings and the groin. And then let's extend that right leg as much as you can. If it doesn't straighten, that's fine. Try and extend that right knee as much as you can, all while continuing to pull that left knee down, that left foot down. Holding it here for 3 breaths. And then let's switch sides. So bend that right knee and then extend the left as much as you can, trying to straighten it. Continuing to pull that right foot down. Bend that left knee again, come back into happy baby, and then I'll try to extend both legs. So as much as you can, straighten the knees, pull those feet down for 3 breaths. Exhale, bend the knees. Let's hug the knees into the chest. Let's take 3 double inhales here. So you basically pause while you're inhaling, just 1 pause. So take in about half of the air, and then a pause, and then another half, and then exhale through the mouth. Very easy, very effective to calm your nervous system, so you can do it at any time of the day if you're feeling a little bit stressed or overwhelmed. Very much helps. So let's start. Exhale through the mouth. 2 more. Last one. Open mouth. Exhale. Make your way up into a seated position. Thank you very much. I hope that was a nice little effective stretch for you. If there's anything that you want to add, then feel free. This is just a simple guide. This is sort of what I do. You can extend the stretches or you can shorten them. You can add whatever you want. I very much recommend you do this at least 3-4 times a week, always keeping that body nice and open, nice and flexible. Thank you so much. If you made it this far, I hope to see you here again on the mat soon, either for a nice little restorative stretching practice, or if you want yoga practices, different strong vinyasa classes, I do also have them here on the channel. Hope to see you soon, and have a great day. Bye.